So the game finally has stamped it. That man wanna go to war. Wanna squabble up with Kendrick Lamar for the real crown of Compton, the king of the West Coast, all that good shit. So he name dropped that boy on his new mixtape with DJ Drama, man. Let me play what I can play from this track right here.
If I ain't the best rapper from Compton, it gotta be Kendrick. And if Kendrick the best rapper, tell him step up and end it. I'm in the stands clapping hands for the man I befriended. Ain't go to war against a nigga that I gave my appendix.
It seemed like he's saying he don't want to go to war with Kendrick. He want a friendly fade, same way Kendrick said he wanted with Drake. Now we all seen everything that led up to the situation, how Game was posturing himself for whatever reason, during the time the beef was going on between Drake and Kendrick Lamar. You know, he wasn't at the pop-out show. He said some things in response to that as well. But like last month, when he released his project, people thought that he was definitely trying to send shots, trying to bait Kendrick Lamar to go ahead and beef with him, you know? So there's a lot of conversation going on around that. We're gonna catch up with that in a few. But let's see the latest response to this right here though. They say he's snapping, tape is amazing, fam, he sounds motivated. Bro, dude raps very well. I actually like his deliveries, but the tactics he used mad corny. Always clout chasing and trying to be relevant. Pretty reminder, if Kendrick calls someone out to rap, it's competition. When anyone else calls them out to rap, they're clout chasing. Kendrick is the only rapper who gets to choose when he wants to come outside. After control how many people dissed him. Joey dissed him, Big Sean dissed him, not the game. Lettuce would have been Drake. Every hip-hop media outlet would be saying Drake, Cole gotta come outside. I mean, he responded to Big Sean. He may be humble because of Big Sean. He also dropped one of the heart records going at Big Sean. Drake and Cole, specifically Drake, that was like a leading up to a lot of tension going on. So I don't think that's a fair criticism. Dude said the best diss that Kendrick could do to the game is what he's been doing, ignoring the fuck out of him. This person says, for those defending Lil Man, y'all need to ask him to reply instead of crying, calling out the game. If y'all desperately want to give the best rapper title to Kenny, then he needs to reply to the game and Joey. I'ma keep it G with y'all. I'ma just be 100% honest with y'all. It's no point of him responding to Joey. Like, I love what Joey Badass brings to the game, but he punching above his weight when it comes to that shit, bro. I just don't think he'll be able to compete, dog. Outside of Drake fans or people that just want to call Kendrick out for not responding to him, I think people don't really give a fuck about that battle. I look at more like boxing, MMA, you feel me? You gotta make the best fights that people want to see. The story behind this battle, two dudes from Compton battling for the king of the West, coming from two eras. Kendrick holding the West down for almost 2 decades in comparison to the game with like 1 decade, I would say, or half a decade, you know? But nevertheless, that's a better battle. That makes more sense. And it would be cool if Kendrick decided to go ahead and step out and play. It would be cool, but I don't know how that would go for Game. Reason being is this. We got a good case study to see how these battles will be judged, you feel me? From what I see, battling that metaphors, similes, all that literary shit, that's just half the battle. Yes, you have to be able to do that to even step into the paint, you feel me? But that's just half the battle. Bro has shown that he's not just going to engage in a roast session, like just talking about a man height, they ain't gonna do enough in the beef, you feel me? You gotta be prepared to be psychoanalyzed. This nigga's gonna try to break you down. And if you are someone who's a famous person, but you love attention, you always in the forefront with everything you got going on with your life and your career, don't do it. Don't battle this nigga, bro. It's not gonna go well for you because everybody already know all your transgressions, all your fuck shit that's in the media. They already know that shit. So you going to battle this nigga who walks around, the way he moves is like armor for himself because he don't engage in a lot of stuff. You don't know what the fuck he got going on outside of what he tells you in his music, and how you gonna use that on him. You gonna sound stupid like Drake talking about, oh, you told your mom you got touched, just fucking up the lyrics for the sake of fucking up the lyrics. So people who just don't want to meet Rob because he's Drake, you feel me, they gonna look at that like, bro, what are you talking about, bro? So all I'm trying to say, you gotta make up shit to even attack, bro, in comparison to how you gonna attack you if you are somebody like the Game. And then on top of that, you add the creativity, the delivery, and the aggression, bro. GG's, good game. For the aunties and the unks out here that don't know what GG's mean, that mean good game. When you get your ass whooped at the end of the game or whatever, this shit's a rap, you gotta say GG's. That's good sportsmanship type shit online, woody woo. But man, I think the Game's best bet when it comes to battling Kendrick is just, you know, asking for a feature and catching that fade that way, just, you know, on some, yeah, let's see who could go ahead and attack this freestyle or whatever, the best, had the best verse. That's your best way, bro. A spar, just a spar. But if you take the gloves off and go bare knuckle with this little nigga, bruh, you never know. This nigga go too low, bruh. And it's like football. In a collision, the lowest man wins. This motherfucker like goddamn Aaron Donald. Y'all know Aaron Donald, relatively small for his position type shit. Relatively a small nigga, but the way he wins is through power, aggression, quickness, technique. That's the way he wins, and that's like that when it comes to this beef shit. The nigga built for this shit. Bro. This nigga weird as hell. Crazy ass little nigga, bro. So Game will rap very well. Like, he displayed that over and over again. We know he's an amazing rapper. He'll rap forever too. 100 million bars type shit. You feel me? That's what he does. That's his thing. He raps very, very well. But bro, that won't be enough. That will not be enough, bro. And once again, with all the angles that niggas can come at you with, bro, you could walk away from this situation looking really goofy. The same as many all-pro, Pro Bowl linemen going against Aaron Donald. I'm just saying, it's still respect to the game, bro. I grew up loving the game, you feel me? And I'll say for sure that he's a better punchline rapper than Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick doesn't rest his hat on being a punchline rapper. He rests his hat on the entire verse, the storytelling, the aggression, the technique, the delivery. That's what he rests his hat on, you feel me? So we've seen that shit right there matters more in battles based on everything that's led to this point right here, man. But like I said, Chiggs did speak on this shit. Let me see what my boy Chiggs saying when he covered the situation in the past.
This is nasty, you guys. This is real clout chasing. Now, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. The game lied to us, you guys. He lied and I believed it. And I should have known better, you guys. I should have known that a guy who's currently on the Mount Rushmore of rappers that lie would end up lying. Go figure. If you guys did not watch the last video, please make sure you guys go check it out. After fans claimed that Game was dissing Kendrick on his new album, the Game came out with a statement addressing it. He said, wait, you guys are reaching. But then he goes on to get very defensive, which had me a little bit suspicious. If you're trying to clear up rumors that you're not dissing somebody on your records, why are you then trying to send a message like you really want smoke? The Game also said in his response, it ain't a rapper in this soft-ass industry who wants smoke. Now, today, the Game did an interview with Shannon Sharpe. That's right, you guys. The Game sat down and he lied once again. Shannon Sharpe asked him, hey, buddy, do you think you're the best rapper in Compton? Game confidently says yes. As a matter of fact, I'm the best rapper on the West Coast. Here's what he said.
You still the best rapper from Compton?
I'm definitely the best rapper from Compton.
Definitely?
Definitely.
Who's the best rapper on the West Coast today?
Game.
Damn, that was quick.
Yeah, it ain't. Yeah, that's it.
Ain't nobody getting at you?
Can't nobody out-rap me, man. And anybody that knows will know. Because people can't, even if you are, like, no one can do what I can do. Like, no one has my skill set. Because not only do I have the ability to wrap circles around people, I'm also with all the bullshit, too, if it came down to that. So it's like, I'm the best rapper in this town.
Damn, Game, I mean, the OG, man, there's some OGs, some heavyweights. I mean, Cube, Snoop.
I love Cube, but Cube can't out-rap me. I love Cube. And by the way, the reason that Cube can't out-rap me is because I used Cube's legacy to help me sharpen. Right. I use Snoop's legacy to help me sharpen myself. I use Dr. Dre, NWA. So it's like, those guys came before me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like Kobe, right? You know Kobe watched Mike growing up.
For sure, right? Absolutely. But you see the way he walked? You see the way he chewed that gum? Okay. He got the wristband on his elbow?
Now, Mike, in Kobe's prime, Mike couldn't hold Kobe.
No.
But that's because he came before him and he done with it. Right. I'm not saying if I was in 1992 with Cube might be able to, go crazy. Right. But right now, like, nah, it's not a rapper on the West that's better than me.
Now, immediately after this clip was released, fans told Game fuck out of here and they all started spamming Kendrick Lamar's name. Because of course, when you think about Compton, right now, a lot of people just think about Kendrick. Obviously, you have Snoop Dogg, Ice Cube, but as far as the active rapper right now that's really holding it down for Compton, it's Kendrick. The fans spammed up Kendrick Lamar's name on every clip, so much so that it got the Game pissed off. The man said enough is enough, let me finally address this. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I read this caption 1,000 times just to make sure I was actually seeing what I was reading. The Game is finally calling out Kendrick Lamar, you guys. He said fans got a lot to say about who I can and can't out-rap, but the niggas y'all defending is quiet. Yikes. This man really wants Kendrick to respond to him. He really wants to go bar for bar with him. Now, there's so many things going through my head. First of all, why would you call him out after you claimed fans were reaching for saying that you were dissing him on your album? Second of all, why would you send him your album beforehand if you wanted smoke with him all along?
Connection to the source. We are all connected to the source. We are the who made the project is in our group chat every day.
Yes.
Telling us what's going on. Telling us what happened. What happened
behind the scenes.
So I'm trying to let you kill the narrative before it jumps out there that he's dissing them.
Well, that's what I said.
They actually they heard it before it even came out and all that type of shit. They need to know that.
Yeah. Well, look, I wasn't going to tell him that. I didn't know that was.
Well, you got to diffuse it. We got to put the fire out.
All right. Well, if that's the case, they sent it to Dot and Top and all them, before they even dropped the project. But I felt like that was confidential. I didn't need to say that on fire.
Got to put the fire out.
Did you not get a response back from him? Did he not give you a good feedback on your album? Now, it gets even more interesting, you guys. A fan commented and told Game, yo, you gotta holla at Kendrick first. Game responded back to the guy and deleted this. He said, I don't gotta holla at nobody I influenced. Now, is this delusion on Game's part? Yes. But as a rapper, you're supposed to feel like you're the best out there. You're not rapping just to not believe in yourself and think you're second in command. And if you really feel like you're the best, you want to go up against the guy that everybody thinks is above you. So now, after so many years of the game just teasing and just flat out edging us over this whole Kendrick beef, we're finally here. The gloves are off. No more hiding behind mysterious bars and tweets. The game officially wants Kendrick to come out and play. So
a couple things. The shit he said about bring it back. I don't gotta holler at nobody I influence. I would say wrong word to use, but just arguing over semantics. You inspired him, but who's to say that you for sure influenced him? I don't know about that, my boy. But I would say for sure you inspired him. We all heard Black Boy Fly for sure. Let's peek these lyrics real quick from Good Kid, Mad City, Black Boy Fly. I used to be jealous of JC Young. Tell him made a career out of music from writing songs. A Buick had driven past, bumping him when I mowed the lawn. It's 2004, I'm hearing that people war for the name of the game. They line in front of the store. Don't wanna be another nigga stuck regretting mistakes. Mixed feelings with my opinion. I was defending my insecurities. Compton major believe success wasn't real. To be honest, none of us knew of a record deal. So as I peeled through these lottery tickets, I see a Harley Davidson truck visit the same plaza we shopped. A tall nigga hopped out with Jordans and a white tank top. He was top of the rap game, we was the top of the block. So watch that Black Boy Fly. So he spoke on envying the game. For sure. But the game said some shit in the Shannon Sharp interview that just like totally contradicts everything he's saying. Just like based on his logic saying, Kobe watched MJ, so MJ couldn't guard Kobe in his prime because he learned everything, so naturally he's supposed to be better. That's what he's trying to paint the picture or insinuate. That would mean that if you influence Kendrick, then Kendrick is better than you. Now, I'm not saying that's absolutely true. Game is right, he does have an amazing skill set when it comes to rapping. That particular skill set, he can rap like a motherfucker for days. But once again, in a battle setting versus Kendrick Lamar, I just don't know based on the way that nigga battles, just on his techniques. Other than Game probably rapping about what he would do to the nigga. Like, I just don't see what the angles would be. You feel me? Angles win battles, in my opinion, based on what we just saw, what we just witnessed. So as I wrap up this video, we all have this understood, right? I do believe the Game is an amazing rapper. I do also believe that he's a better punchline rapper than Kendrick Lamar. But that doesn't mean that's enough to win the battle. That's all. We just gotta see if this does happen, man. But on the verse though, verse to verse, it's a possibility that they both on the same song together and they just going verse for verse. It's not on something like, battling, ferocious, love all type shit, sparring. It's a chance that Game could have a better verse. In Black Hippie, it's times where Ab-Soul had a better verse. On Money Trees, J-Rock got a better verse. Argue with your mom about that. Argue with your motherfucking fat ass mama. Nah, I'm shit. I love your mama, but had a conversation with your mama about that. You feel me? But I'm just playing auntie. You ain't fat. But hey though, y'all gotta let me know what you gotta say in the comment section below. I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here though. This is another update with Stace. Yo,